1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Burrow getting this into the hands of Higgins, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
First down, they'll run with Chubb. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He would chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Back at the 47-yard line.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, Burrow. They set up the screen to Chubb. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively, because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced a 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced a dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew. And some room to roam now. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Tyler Bass for the extra point.
And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass.
Yes.
Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Get the crowd going. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun is Minshew. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Edwards-Helaire. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
O.J. Howard.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
At the 40-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Taken down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And he finds Howard complete. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a three-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
First and
33 yards that time. From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
At the 4-yard line.
And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Nick Chubb taking it in. And the Falcons push further out in front.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The throw over the middle, taken in.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now they're not close to the 1st down.
Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Heck of a 4th and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. It'll be Minshew again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Minshew's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a
great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
And it's third down.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Minshew. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now a toss left side for Edwards-Helaire. And he takes it across it into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. And this one through the uprights and good.
Falcons 21, Saints 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Yeah, they worked this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. A run for Nick Chubb. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Now Burrow. That's out to Chubb, complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Chubb. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
3rd and 11.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And they go play action now. Burrow letting one go deep for the end zone. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Well, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
At the 27-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Off play action, it's Minshew. Going up top for Kupp. Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Burrow. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Burrow on play action. Open man here, Sims complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Throwing on first down is Minshew. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Team 6. Let's go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Minshew, he'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Minshew sets to throw. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Edwards-Helaire.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Play action. It's Burrow. Flushed out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They go play action with Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And mark him down all the way inside the Atlanta 20. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 60 yards.
And the Saints first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Number 15.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
At the 8-yard line.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
3-yard line.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
At the 43-yard
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the carry, it's Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Tracy Walker on the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup.
And again, it's Chubb. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Jonathan Allen on the tackle.
Burrow will throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
4-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Minshew, 1st and 10. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the 30.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So 3rd and long. Here's Minshew. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Yeah, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Falcons' 24-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun is Minshew. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Saints.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Minshew. This is caught. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 20.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. And he stopped immediately there. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
7-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Throw complete right side to Cooks.
Burrows.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
A 2-yard
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. That's out to the left and complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
4-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No yards.
Okay.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Touchdown, Falcons! Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside in 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the big ball. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 24-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
First down, Saints.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Pass. Incomplete in the end zone. Jabril Peppers on the coverage.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Minshew. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
In the end zone. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. It'll be Minshew again. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. 10. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.